It's a complete contrast to the chaos of the blasts. The Brahmaputra is calm, beautiful and more exciting for me because I had the good fortune of seeing this river with a gorgeous model. What is the pose you need to strike to just convey all of it? What emotion?
Maybe something like this.
Yeah, I think we should just stay like this for longer. No. That's Stuti, who started modeling at the age of 17. Now, most of her work has included campaigns for local brands. Now, as much as I'd like to believe that I was alone in this love boat with Stuti, that's unfortunately not true. That's Dipankar Kashyap, an Assamese designer who started off at the age of 21, studied in Pune and decided to continue being a designer in Assam.
From the time I started off, things have changed so much. Initially, when I wanted to be a designer, people were like, since he has done his master's in English literature, so why, he wants to open a tailoring shop. But now, as and when more of people going outside and they know what designer garments are all about, then we have this weekly fashion events in Bombay and Delhi. People have come to know what fashion is.
Now, there are a few Assamese models who are doing very well for themselves. But Stuti tells me that there is something that holds Assamese girls back when making it onto the ramp.
The actual thing is that we lack the height. Though we have attitude, we don't lack in statistics.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing we lack is the height.
Dipankar, let's talk money now. Lots of money, alright? Let's talk moolah. How does it work to be a fashion designer here?
One can survive being a designer here. But if you're talking about
it's not like the Bombay
to use.
design.
No,
Yeah,
definitely. It's not. We cannot compare Bombay and Guwahati.
The reason behind meeting this model designer duo was simple. One, I wanted to spend a nice evening on a boat with a pretty woman, which I got. And the second was to see how people manage to get their careers going despite issues that might make some others want to just leave and look elsewhere. Speaking of issues, here's one. Stats show that HIV/AIDS in the Northeast is rising at an alarming rate. And the main reason behind that is unprotected sex, needle sharing, and to some extent even homosexuality. Now, the first two are being tackled by many NGOs. It's the third, the issue of homosexuality, that people seem to shy away from.
Hey Paras, that's a nice picture of you.
I ran into Simi Dekka, a documentary filmmaker who caught my attention only because she picked the subject most unknown to avoid in the Northeast. Her film Roses Are Not Always Red is one that deals with the issue of homosexuality. In the Northeast specifically, are people tolerant towards homosexuality? Do they just want to put it under the carpet and not talk about it?
Yeah, I can hardly think maybe 5 or 10% of the people are open. That is also a class of people who are open to this thing of homosexuality. But the general people, the common people, wouldn't be able to digest it so well that their son or their daughter is a lesbian or a homosexual. That would be something they wouldn't like to happen in their family.
Well, that's what made things doubly difficult for Simi. First, the subject, and second, the financial backing.
We don't have big production houses who would, finance a film.
Sure.
And we work on really, really small shoestring budgets. And we don't have, big premieres and such things.
But Simi finally managed to make the film thanks to her generous husband's financial backing, although the marriage by the completion of the movie was being questioned by quite a few.
A couple of years back, I played the role of a lesbian in a film.
Right.
So at that time, people were, oh, she's done the role of a lesbian. And then when I came up with a movie with gays, and
then they said, now we're convinced
there's something wrong with this girl.
Well, that's the story of a young filmmaker who tried to bring about change. Soon after we met Simi, she ventured off to the capital to screen her film at a queer film festival, a sure sign of change. Coming up, we travel to Gangtok to find the bookstore with a difference. And want to come rafting, anyone?